The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steelers' all-time leading passer and two-time Super Bowl champ Ben Roethlisberger ready to lead this offensive unit. And he's led them since his rookie year all the way back in 2004.
Here we go. Black 80. Oh, you got deep?
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Check. Crunch.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Get ready.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Brissett to throw on first. Flush to his, and eventually taken down here. Great field. Stefan Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack on first down, Brissett, he's got a man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Roethlisberger. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 28. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The numbers there for Connor in last week's game. 17 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And they've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Let's go.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Stephon Tuitt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Brissett. And he's got his man Hilton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Brissett. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Roethlisberger now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. He's got this to his running back, Ty Montgomery. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yard.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Roethlisberger now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On the run is Counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ty Montgomery. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A first down throw for Brissett. Complete to Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bullet. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, looking at each other like who's going to make a play. Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting.
I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. Now the Steelers use the first as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before half.
Like 80. 53
is the mark. Here we go, G. All day defense.
It's brought in by Washington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Roethlisberger now, 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
A little bit up front, you know, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got. Do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colt offense and T.Y. Hilton making their way back out. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down to Marlon Mack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again here with Mack. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Mack, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brissett. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
53.
Block 80.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Funchess. That's caught at the 25. A huge play that time for the Colts. 49 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will get him one closer. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Fielded at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Brissett. He's got it to Hilton. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Brissett now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go right back to Mack.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Under 10.
They'll try to run for this with Mack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Easy.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he finds McDonald. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
There to stop him was Darius Leonard. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another 1st down at the Colts 42. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's easy work and it's
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And the catch made by Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. To throw is Brissett. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. On first down, Mack. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a carry for Mack. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Hey, you got 3 down.
On second down, it's Hines. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive took a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. One receiver left is Hilton. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time.
Into the NFL.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We've got clear skies and brisk temperatures. You know what that is? That's perfect fall football weather here at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Out comes the 37-year-old Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead the Steelers. And he led the entire NFL in passing yards in 2018, the second time that he's owned that honor.
Ready? Black 20. 53. Mike. Here we go. 50.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Jack 16.
First carry for James Conner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield where they're blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Conner on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here come the Colts under 2nd-year coach Frank Reich. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. First down, Brissett. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. A big gain